Coming to you live from $1 Million Studios, your boys, Chris Speez,
a.k.a. White Pepper.
And the benchmark of professional wrestling. He's back, folks, Mr. Silky
back,
Baines.
Bitches. And just for Chris, I kind of jumped the gun because I was excited about pressing this, but...
No. Always a pleasure to have you back on the program, sir. Speez of the Benchmark show here on a Monday night, August 26, 2019. So glad to have you with us here on Twitch. Peck and Rod, thank you for the host. Hello, Jody Mania. Hello to all of you joining us here in the chat. And I'm thrilled that Silky's back. It's been like 2 weeks, man.
I know. It feels like forever.
Hey, I've got the guest hosts coming on Wednesdays, so we got that going on. But Silky couldn't make it last Monday. Yeah. And so, we took last Monday off. And here you are. You're back.
I'm back.
How the hell goes it?
On a great day. Sad for me, but great day. Today's would have been my grandmother's 85th birthday.
Well, happy birthday to Grandma Silky.
Yes. So
hello to you, Raven's Blood. Good to see you as well. And thanks to all of you for joining us here. Make sure you're sharing the program over there on the Twitters and Facebook and everywhere else on social media. We always appreciate that. Hello to you, Peck and Rod. Look at Jody Mania. Missed you, Silky.
I missed you, too.
I don't know why, Because you're nice to everybody else.
I am nice to everybody.
Almost.
Oh, well, fuck you.
We got plenty to get to tonight here on the program. If it is your first time here, make sure you follow the channel. We would greatly appreciate that. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber already. As little as $4.99 a month. If you're an Amazon Prime sub, guess what it costs you to subscribe to the channel? Tell them, Silky.
Free 99.
Whole lot of nothing. So make sure you jump on that. And, of course, the phone lines are open, so get in if you want to talk to us here on the program. 832-937-4559 is the phone number to get in.
That's 832-93-SILKY.
832-93-SILKY. I've been missing that. Some of them, kind of did their best, but nobody.
I mean, not like me, because obviously no one's going to do it like
me.
No,
of course not. Of course
not.
At
least some attempt, people. For everyone coming on and taking my spot Wednesdays. Just some attempt. That's all I'm asking.
Doing your power rankings.
Yeah, doing my power rankings. And don't give no fucked up power rankings. I will be mad.
People have been pretty strong with the power rankings up to this point. Good. We had Cow King week 1. Mm-hmm. Of course, our good friend Anthony from Get the Tables. And then just this past week, Dr. Huge came on. So Dr. Huge was in the house as well. Plenty to get to tonight on the program. We've got Oops. That's going to go forever because, there's no way to cut it off. But that's okay.
Oops. That's on me.
A
little rusty.
He's a little rusty. That's okay. We had King of the Ring first round matches tonight. 2 good ones. Ricochet taking on Drew McIntyre and The Miz against Baron Corbin. So we'll talk about that this evening. And Braun Strowman gets a shot at the U.S. title in the main event. Plus, something called Tag Team Turmoil. And look at that.
Damn, still going?
Juanito coming through. Appreciate that,
Juanito. What's up?
With all the whoever the hell that is. But thank you, Juanito, for the bits. And shout out to you, Truth and Loyalty. Good to have you with us as well. Something called Tag Team Turmoil.
You've never heard of Tag Team Turmoil?
Well, yeah, but
this is why you say it like that.
Here's why I say it like that. Because you have a whole bunch of tag teams in it, and we get a bullshit non-tag team to win the whole thing, which is completely ridiculous. So we'll get to that here shortly as well. Can we get a kill yourself? You can't get it yet. So okay, here's what happened. Silky hit the button.
Why would you program it this long, though?
Because it's the intro music for Wrestle Trivia.
But how long is... So they have to sit through all this before Wrestle Trivia?
No, it's a countdown.
Ooh, I can't wait for this to stop. How many more do we have?
Quite a few. It's probably about another minute or so. So anyway, that's why you can't use the sounders right now, because Silky fucked up and hit the thing, and I haven't programmed this yet.
Who programs a fucking 20-minute thing? Like, they literally have to sit through all of that?
It's 3 minutes, Silky. It's a 3-minute countdown.
It seems like forever.
And you know why we do that? We do that so everybody can get in, and then when we start the program, everybody's there, so when I go over the rules and how everything works, people know about it.
I feel like that's why
you let me produce the show. You just show up when you show up, talk some shit, and get people in the chat room.
I feel like that's wildly ineffective. Like, you should not have a 3 fucking minute intro. People don't want to sit through 3 minutes of fucking entrance music.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. You see how people are slowly but surely filing into the chat here? They don't all just come right away.
But
they don't just get the notification. Go, Speez the Benchmark. Oh, whoa.
You don't know that.
Well, I mean, some people do,
Yeah.
clearly. And we appreciate them. We appreciate all of you. Should be over by now. It's coming. It's this one, and then Sami Zayn, and then we'll be done. Look at Alistair Fiend. Welcome back, Silky.
Alistair Fiend, what's up? Oh, my God.
Here it comes.
I'm sorry for all of you guys who had to sit through this as a fucking intro to a show.
There it is. Okay, it's all done now. So you can hit your fucking button.
Cue yourself.
There you go.
There
all
you
right.
go.
Oh, Juanito. 5 months flew by. Indeed it did. Sorry to talk over the TTS there, Juanito.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the 5-month
Chris.
sub, Juanito. Appreciate that, sir. And shout out to all you guys who subbed to the program.
Yes.
We're grateful to all you guys. Was it me or did Natty look like a mini Nicole Bass in the opening tonight?
A thick?
Is it bad that I don't know who Nicole Bass is right off the top of my head?
A little bit, seeing that you host a fucking wrestling show.
I don't know.
She was like the WWF when China got a little too much. They brought her in to kind of be like the China. She was
See, that's
really
why I took a
big,
break. So
man-looking
okay.
person. I mean, I feel like that's wrong because she's no longer with us. But
what's up, Sasha Reigns or Melamac or whatever it is you're calling yourself right now? Captain Ron in the house. The top fives were great, Silky. You got some work to do to recover. Silky's not going to be doing his power rankings until he comes back on Fridays.
that is correct.
And it should be in October, right? So we're
That
getting
is
close.
correct.
We're probably about maybe 6 weeks away
Yes.
from the new schedule, which will be us immediately after Raw and immediately after SmackDown Live. Mondays and Fridays, you get Silky twice a week.
Boom.
Back to Silky twice a week, so I know you're all going to be excited about that. White China says, not to be confused with Black China.
Yeah. Which is a very different person.
Yes, most definitely so. All right, let's get into some...
But props for knowing who Black China is.
Well, yeah. Get into some Monday Night Raw here tonight, and we'll talk a little bit about All In as well, because we want to get Silky's thoughts on that, since obviously he won't be here Wednesday, but All Out
All out.
coming up this Saturday, so we'll talk about that as well. All right, so we kicked it off tonight with Sasha Banks coming out and talking some smack. I'm not a huge fan of Raws that start out with promos, and I'm even less of a fan of Raws that start out with promos that turn into pull-apart fights between 220-pound girls, and there's like 6 guys around, and they can't seem to pull the 220-pound girls apart from each other. It's kind of sad. Now, if it's like Brock and The Undertaker, I get that.
Yeah.
Because they're 2 mean fucking hosses, and then go fight each other. There's no way that these guys can't pull. I even said that to the wife. She walked through, and I said, look at this. There's 2 chicks combined probably weigh about 200 pounds, and there's 6 guys around them, and they can't pull them apart. And she goes, well, that's really stupid. And then she left.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say they're 200. I mean, that is kind of thick. Just saying.
In a good way. That's what I was
In a
gonna
good
say.
way. So.
Thank you, Melamac. Oh, you were talking about Silky shirt. She loves your shirt, Silky. The
Yes.
Get These Hands shirt.
Get these hands.
I got the Alice likes my shirt, Steve Austin shirt. And thank you guys for joining us and now watching Straight Up Steve Austin.
Yes.
We appreciate that. I got a new nickname for Speez. Speez Dizzle, says Ted.
Speez Dizzle.
I like it. I like it.
It's not very good, but okay.
You can disable most women immediately by picking them up, says Lit Mantis. Welcome back to you, Lit Mantis. You always know when Lit Mantis is in the chat because he's going to be coming strong. Naked Grandma's in the house. Skinny Seahorse. MJK. All you guys, man. Great to see you guys. Thanks for being in tonight. So anyway, we got the pull apart from Sasha and Natalya, which would lead to a match between them later on. I want to get your thoughts on this, Silky, because, well, you're a black guy.
Oh, fuck.
And these guys are black guys.
Oh, fuck.
What the fuck are the Street Profits doing? Like, what are they doing?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Street Profits. I mean, they're just bootleg Crime Time.
I mean, they're like the chorus from an old Greek tragedy, you know, that just kind of comes in and talks about shit that's happening all around. And that's all they do. And they started talking about this tag team turmoil where there's going to be 8 teams, and they're all going to be fighting for a shot at the tag titles at Clash of Champions. And I'm thinking, sweet, finally we're going to get to see the Street Profits in the ring. No. They weren't a part of it. They're still just back there talking silliness.
I mean, I don't know, like I say, because personally, I'm not a big fan of the Street Profits. They kind of stereotype black people, and not saying they're great athletes. I don't I don't hate their in-ring work. It's just I'm not a fan. Like I say, they remind me of Crime Time, and I'm not a big fan of any wrestler that perpetuates stereotypes. That's just me.
Gotcha.
Nothing against their in-ring skills. I mean, Crime Times, they were great. I actually had Chad call one of my matches.
Right on.
And great guy, but like I say, as far as the gimmick goes, I'm not a fan.
Alistair Fiend with 100 bits. Thank you very much, man.
I feel like all they're missing is coming to the ring with fucking fried chicken and watermelon. And then,
well, we got to get your take on this, Silky, because
I swear to God, if you ask me about this goddamn Popeye sandwich,
I'm going to ask you about the Popeye sandwich. Have you had the Popeye sandwich, Silky?
No, I have not.
Okay, because this is like the thing.
Yeah, I saw, and they were like, "Oh, it's better than Chick-fil-A," but Chick-fil-A is trash, so that's a pretty low fucking bar.
Wait, Chick-fil-A is trash?
Chick-fil-A is trash.
You don't like Chick-fil-A?
I don't like Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
I mean, it's overrated.
Chick-fil-A chicken does not in any way compare to Popeye's chicken.
No, it
It's
does
like
not.
two different fucking planets. I can't
Apples
believe
and
we're
oranges.
talking about that. Exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
It's apples and oranges for number one. Popeye should have a better fucking chicken sandwich. They're a fucking chicken place.
Well, Chick-fil-A's a chicken place. It's
Well,
in the
they're
fucking name.
sandwich. They're sandwiches. You can't get a 2-piece. You can't go to Chick-fil-A and say
You get chicken nuggets.
that's not the same thing.
Well, it's
I can't say give me a 2-piece and a biscuit.
this is true. And
So-
Popeyes does come strong with their biscuits as well.
No, they do not. But okay.
Well, except when they're dried out too much. Now, when you get a
They're-
nice,
all of their
moist,
There's
that
no
doesn't
such
feel
thing.
like a fucking hockey puck, then
Motherfucker. There's
it's
no
good.
such thing as a moist Popeye's biscuit.
somewhat moist.
I defy it. That should be the next challenge. You know how internet does all these dumbass challenges. The next challenge should be eat a Popeye's biscuit with no kind of drink. Motherfuckers will be dry mouthed like a bitch.
That's
so
true. Lit Manta says, I stood the airport line with Angelo Dawkins, and he and Bianca were very striking. I believe it. Angelo Dawkins is fucking impressive, dude.
Wrong black guy. It's Montez Ford.
Montez Ford is the one that's
with
Well, maybe
Bianca.
maybe they were all traveling together.
Maybe.
And he just happened
Maybe
to be.
it's a side-
maybe
maybe it's a
Montez was
jump
off
off.
getting the Popeyes chicken sandwiches, and he left Angelo there with Bianca Belair.
And they're both striking. I mean, there's a lot to process in that statement.
This is true. Thank you very much, Get the Tables, for the bits. Good to see you, Tone. I agree with Alice. Popeye's chicken is delicious.
It
but
is
this shit's off the
delicious.
rails already. Let's get back into what we're
Yeah.
talking about here. So we're going to get
Stay
this.
tuned for the Speez Benchmark Chicken podcast.
Exactly. It'll be coming shortly. First match of the night, to me, was the best match of the night. You had Ricochet taking on Drew McIntyre in the first round of the King of the Ring. Now, Silky, did we get your pick for King of the Ring yet?
No, you have not.
Okay, well, we need to get your pick for the King of the Ring because the first round's almost over now.
Have a good show, fellas.
Thank you very much, Get the
Thank
Tables.
you.
Appreciate that, Tone.
I would.
Captain Ron coming through as well. Thank you, Captain Ron. Well, you got to get his...
Fuck Chick-fil-A.
All right, then, Captain Ron.
All right, so
Silky's trying to read the results here on the computer
no,
before
I'm trying
he
to
takes
think.
his pick. You want to see? You want me to pull up the bracket? I'm going to pull up the bracket. You fill while I pull up the bracket.
Like I would normally, I would have said Drew McIntyre, but seeing that they made the motherfucker lose in the first round, I'm going to say my new only one I really see is it's going to be the Raw side for number one, because SmackDown is the dregs. And
SmackDown is not the dregs. But
it
we'll
is
come
the
back
fucking
to that. It's not the
dregs.
dregs. Andrade,
The only-
Kevin Owens, the fuck out of here. Well,
Two.
Kevin Owens already lost,
Yeah, and you bounce one of them in the first round.
which was fucking stupid.
Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. I mean, they haven't done much. Not saying, and when I say dregs, I'm not saying they're not talented people. I'm just saying they don't get used. So they're the dregs of the fucking tournament. This is the dreg side. Kind of like that one block in the New Japan was like the dreg block.
Okay, then.
But so out of these guys, it's going to be either Corbin or Ricochet.
The bit's just coming from everywhere. Thanks,
There you
Bill.
go.
Appreciate that, man. Silky comes back, and it's a bit avalanche here on the
Boom.
program. I love it.
So I would say probably Corbin.
Folks, now,
Corbin.
normally when you have a wrestling podcast, you would actually, I don't know, maybe fucking prepare for the show and look at the fucking bracket before you come in, especially when you've had an extra week off to look at the shit and try to figure it out.
I'm trying to
You got your notes handy, Silky? Do you have your notes handy that you wrote
handy.
down about the fucking King of the Ring?
I have my notes handy.
Notes? Of course you don't.
And
now
my
we're
notes
sitting here
handy.
while you're reading the fucking... This is
I'm looking
riveting
at
television right here. You sitting here reading the
First
bracket.
of all, we're on the internet. We're not on television.
Same difference.
Second of all, it's not I'm reading like who's in. I'm trying to make a quick pro and con of the motherfuckers who are left. And like I say, we already eliminated the fucking SmackDown side. So
Altogether.
I mean, there's no one. They're only going to be in the final because they have to, because that's the way they section off the fucking tournament.
Pretty much.
But I'm saying Corbin. I mean, that's the
enough.
only one I think is going to be.
I had Ricochet over Andrade in the final. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, I would say Corbin over
Silky has the notes in his
Elias.
mind. Says
I mean,
Ted.
not Elias. I'd say Ali. I think Ali's going to beat Buddy Murphy.
Okay.
And then Ali will beat Elias. And probably Andrade, because there's no way Gable or Benjamin's going to beat Andrade. So I'm saying Ali versus Corbin, and Corbin wins.
All right. Brian says Church's chicken is the best in the world. I think Brian's completely lost his fucking mind.
Kill yourself.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's just not that good. And Mantis did say he had the wrong black guy. It actually was Montez Ford.
Yeah, I kind of figured as much.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes we all look alike. I mean, even though they're vastly different, but hey.
Hey, it's all right. Why the fuck is Drew losing clean, says Ted FX. He's got to be the one to beat Brock or Seth at Mania for the title.
He can beat Cedric or who did he? Ricochet. I mean, I don't see that happening in this future. And then he also dropped matches to Cedric Alexander. Like,
Not
it
happening.
just, at this point, they've kind of devalued. Like, he is no longer on that high pedestal that I had him on as far as going places. Samoa Joe? No. I honestly, realistically, even though I'm picking Corbin, odds are the winner of the Joe Ricochet match probably will win the tournament.
By the way, since we've already spoiled it talking about it now, it was Ricochet that came out on top tonight. A great match with Drew McIntyre. So your quarterfinal matchup on the Raw side, one of them is going to be Samoa Joe taking on Ricochet, which is awesome. I think that's going to be awesome. No, we're not going to talk about Andrew Luck tonight. We talked about that last night. But yes, I did throw a small part. I feel bad for the guy. I mean, that sucks.
It does. I mean, does it really though? I mean, he's walking away. I mean, it's not like he's forced to retire.
Well,
and he's got a shitload of money.
It sucks for football fans, number one, because it's
actually good. I mean, if you're any team that has to deal with the Colts fan, you actually should be celebrating.
Not that it's going to make a whole hell of a lot of difference as far as we're concerned.
Yeah, because Jacoby Brissett, who's now the starter,
fucked up the Texans 3 times already.
Yes, once on the Patriots.
And twice on it's ridiculous.
So
they clearly see Drew as nothing more than a lackey, says Naked Grandma. Good to have you as with us again, sir. That crown and scepter looked like it was bought from the Toys R Us going out of business sale, says Jody Mania. Yeah, it didn't look too good. But so Ricochet gets the win in the first of the 2 King of the Ring matches tonight. And again, I haven't seen a bad King of the Ring match yet. And it bugs me because, I mean, it doesn't bug me, obviously. I like seeing good matches. But it bugs me in the sense that clearly they can book good matches. They can have great matches going on between these guys. And I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know why we don't see this more often. Just trying to promote your Sunday show. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, Lit Man, for the bits. Always appreciate that.
Sorry, Silky, I don't watch NXT or even WWE programming anymore. I did mix up my black guys lol.
It's all good.
That's good stuff. Tell Charlotte Corbin to get my damn to-go order ready and don't stiff me on the cheddar biscuits like last time, little bastard.
Well, I mean, we did complain about him wrestling in the fucking button-down, and now he's not. He's wrestling in a wife beater.
So, okay.
So, I guess this is, and since it's a PG era, I guess tank top would be.
I guess that would be better off.
But, I mean, it's a wife beater.
What's up, Amber Goff? Good to see you as well. So, shout out to all you guys joining us this evening. Second King of the Ring match of the night was The Miz taking on Baron Corbin. Silky's pick halfway through the first round, Silky's going to pick his winner. And, actually, almost all the way through the first round, but that's okay. And Baron Corbin comes away with the victory. And I said this on Twitter.
That was a really good match, too.
I was going to say, I stand by it. I don't care what you think of Baron Corbin. The end of days is still fucking awesome.
Yes, it is.
It's still awesome.
And I don't care what you think of The Miz. That he can still go. I mean, he's had some great matches. I just think he doesn't get the respect because of how he came in. Like, people knew him from, real world
and that kind
and
of
all that
shit.
shit. But that dude actually is very talented. So shout out to Miz. I mean, it was a good match. In the days is fucking awesome.
Pretty much all that needs to be said.
Yeah.
It was great stuff. So Corbin goes on to take on Cedric Alexander in round 2. Obviously, you picked Corbin to go through and win the whole thing. Any chance Alexander gets to win there? Alexander beat Cesaro again tonight. Later on in the evening, by the way. We'll get a little bit ahead of ourselves here. But Alexander's getting himself a nice little push here recently.
He really is. I don't see it. I mean, obviously, because I'm picking Corbin to win. But it's one of those situations like, if he is to get past Corbin, then you're just foretelling that it's one of those bookings where it's Corbin can go with really any one of those guys, but I feel like the 50-50, if Corbin wins, Ricochet's going to win. So it'll be Corbin and Ricochet. If Alexander wins, Samoa Joe's going to win. Because that's generally how they do things like that. Because no one wants to see Corbin against Samoa Joe. Just because it's two hated people.
Yeah, heel.
Yeah, so no one's going to get behind. So I say Corbin wins, which by default means I think Ricochet is going to win.
I got you. Hey, listen, you guys are preaching to the choir, MJ and Lit Mantis. MJ says Miz has earned every damn thing he's got. Lit Mantis, Baron Corbin's been good for years.
I feel like they missed a boat on him. Like, I feel like when they gave him the WWE title, it was way too early for him in his career.
Oh, the Miz, yeah.
Yeah. And then when he got, as of recently, he started getting to that level where it's like they had a small little window where you could have put that title on the Miz, and I think he could have done really good with it, but I think that window is now closed.
Yeah, I think so as well. Especially now that we're, dealing with face Miz, which isn't as good as heel Miz, in my opinion, but we'll see. Lamanta says Big Daddy Corb should win the whole thing. We'll see. Pretty good promo, says Raven's Blood, by Corbin wearing the crown after the match. He really knows how to piss off the crowd. Agreed. That's why Corbin's good. But Amber thinks he looked like the Burger
Charlotte
King.
Corbin.
Oh, goodness. All right, so back to Monday Night Raw. So we had the 2 King of the Ring matches. And then, then we got into this tag team turmoil. And Here are the participants. I want to make sure. Oh, I'm sorry. We're skipping over Bayley and Nikki Cross. It was Bayley over Nikki Cross. Okay. I don't know. I mean, people kind of like Nikki Cross. I know she's supposed to be. Well, I don't know what she's supposed to be.
I don't know either, but I mean, besides thick.
Well, yeah, but. This just seems like an awkward feud because I want to root for Nikki Cross because it's obvious. Let's just play along here. It's obvious that she's being used by Alexa Bliss. We all know that. Yes. And so you can't help but feel bad for Nikki Cross. And so you kind of want to pull for her. But you got to go in against Bayley, who is the ultimate underdog. You want to pull for her as well. So matches like this just don't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't get it.
My thing is, what's the end game now? Like when she was in the in the SmackDown title picture, I got it. It made sense. Like, I thought where they were going to go was Nikki eventually getting it and then having Alexa screw her over because, almost like Triple H and Randy Orton all those years back. It was Triple H groomed Randy Orton, right? So when Randy Orton finally attained the World Championship, Triple H couldn't handle that because now he's viewed as an equal, and to Triple H he wasn't. So that was the psychology of that whole heel turn,
right?
Kicking, and I thought that's where they were going, is that she would get her chance and either win the title or almost have the title won when Alexa finally shows her true colors and screws her over because it's all about Alexa.
Exactly.
But now that they're tag team champs, I mean, it doesn't.
It's still coming though. It's still.
I mean, it's they've just got to go a different way to me that would make sense and be as organic. Because now it's like you're doing the screw job just for the sake of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And Raven's Blood, I think we're coming to what you're getting to as well. NXT Sanity, Nikki Cross was so much better. Yes. She's coming. She'll come back. I have full confidence that when Nikki Cross finally has enough of Alexa Bliss and flips her shit, that we're gonna get old school Sanity NXT Nikki Cross. She'll be back.
I liked what that little stuff they started teasing when she was first got on the main roster, where she kept going like, let Nikki play, like she didn't give a fuck about who she was fighting, she just wanted to fight.
That was awesome.
And then they fucked it up by giving their feelings and shit.
MJK with some interesting thoughts on Nikki that I'm not going to read here on this family program, but
wait, which one?
Can't make Nikki too crazy because we don't want to scare the kids now. We can scare the kids.
That's stupid, but okay.
You're talking about MJ. He's it's an interesting take. There it is. I knew.
Okay, there we go. I was like, what the fuck?
Would be interesting if Nikki turned on Alexa. Nikki Cross is the new wacky Dino. Don't go there, Mantis. Don't put that voodoo on her.
What the fuck is that?
Wacky Dean Ambrose.
Oh,
doing the wacky slapsticky shit.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
You know I'm not wrong about Nick. Stop it, MJ. This is fucking killing me here.
That's just
so
bad.
We had Bayley over Nikki Cross for their matchup here. Now here we get to tag team turmoil. All right, let me get all the teams in here.
Yeah, there's a picture.
There's a picture where?
There we go.
There you go, right there. Let's make sure that we get all the teams in here so you know how completely fucking ridiculous and absurd the finish was for this fucking thing.
You're just mad because the Revival lost.
No, I'm not. And I'm going to tell you who else should have won. And you actually agreed with me on this, but we'll see.
Yeah.
So you add the Lucha House Party. Nobody cares about the Lucha House Party. The OC, the Viking Raiders, Kurt Hawkins, Zack Ryder, the B Team, Heavy Machinery, the Top Guys, the Revival. Where is it? Where is it, Silky? Where is it? You know you want it.
Say yeah.
That's exactly right.
For yourself.
And Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
The Glorious Show-Offs.
So it's almost like...
Trademark Glorious Show-Offs.
It's almost like Monday Night Raw was reminding you, oh, hey, by the way, we actually have, 7 tag teams.
That's 8 by my count, but close.
Well, 7 tag teams, and then, we need 8 to make this thing work, so we'll just throw Ziggler and Robert Roode together.
Nice save for your bad math.
But that was my thinking there. So I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. At least we're seeing these tag teams being showcased here. Okay, first guys to come out, the Viking Raiders. And I'm thinking, okay, these motherfuckers are going to run the table because you don't want them taking a loss at this point. So they come out, and...
JK is killing me.
I know, he's on fire tonight.
Heavy Machinery. I agree with you.
They wreck the B Team, which you would expect.
You expect that.
Right? And out come the OC. And I'm thinking, all right, this is going to be pretty fucking cool, right? It turns crazy, and all these guys start fighting with each other. And in the tag team turmoil, which is basically... What's the... It's the
gauntlet.
No, what they call it in the old school day. Well, no, I'm not thinking of Texas Tornado rules.
No.
It's not that.
It's not that.
It's basically just like a gauntlet match.
It's not basically like it is. It's just a tag team gauntlet match. It just sounds, I guess, more dire when you say tag team turmoil than.
Okay.
I don't fucking know.
Anyway, when you get to the OC and the Viking Raiders, the referee can't pull these crazy fuckers apart. So what does he do? He disqualifies both teams. You get a double disqualification, Silky. How fucking stupid is that?
It is pretty bad.
So those 2 teams are both eliminated right there. Absolutely terrible. So the B Team, the Viking Raiders, and the OC are all gone now. They're all out of the way. Let's get caught up on some comments first, and then we'll go forward. Amber Goff loves Heavy Machinery. That tag match made no damn sense. If Heavy Machinery didn't win, the whole thing was a waste, says Lit Mantis. Well, just wait, sir. Fuck Heavy Machinery, says MJ. They're a 21st century fat Tool Cool wannabes.
Too Cool, remember?
Well, he said Tool Cool, so he's going with the fat Too Cool.
Fat!
You can't be going there. And
fuck the
stop
revival.
it, TLC. Enough of that shit. MJK, you should be banned for this comment about fuck heavy machinery. The glorious has-beens, thank you. The glorious comedians. Yes, anyway. So we move onward. All right. Your next two teams to come out are the Lucha House Party, who, of course, nobody gives a shit about.
Yeah.
And Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, again,
Glorious
the tag
show-offs,
team that's
trademarked.
just fucking thrown together to be in the match here. And lo and behold, the glorious show-offs, as we will now call them,
Trademark.
got the win over the Lucha House Party. Good. Get them out of the fucking place because we don't want them anywhere near us. And here comes the top guys. So you would expect the business is about to pick up because the top guys are coming in there and there's going to be some good shit. So you got the top guys against Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Pretty good match. And I'm sitting there watching it with my son. Couple of near falls. And all of a sudden, Robert Roode gives, who was it? It was Scott Dawson a horrific wedgie.
Oh, yeah.
When he gives him the fucking glorious DDT. So that was very disturbing. And he hits the glorious DDT, and I looked at my son and I said, they're not going to fucking win this. And they fucking won.
Fuck this shit.
The glorious show-offs beat the fucking top guys. So they've knocked out the Lucha House Party. That's fine. But then these two fucking jamokes that you throw together at the last minute to fill out the 8th spot in the tag team turmoil are going to knock off the top guys? What a bunch of horse shit.
No.
I said it on Twitter before the whole thing started. I said, if either the Revival or Heavy Machinery don't win this shit, we fucking riot. So I've still got hope because out come the fucking national treasure, Otis Dozovich and Tucker, Heavy Machinery, to clean the floor. It was definitely a beef overload. To clean the floor with Robert Roode. I still want to call him Bobby Roode.
Yeah, I'm just calling Bobby Roode.
And Dolph Ziggler. And it's typical greatness from Otis, who's just killing it. And Tucker's no slouch either. I mean, they're pretty athletic for big guys.
No, they are 100% athletic. I fucking hate Otis.
I don't know why you hate Otis.
I hate Otis. I hate his face. I hate everything about him.
DLC says it was fucking embarrassing. We'll get to that. In just a minute. They're called the Job Guys now, says Ted.
Yes,
Enough
they
of your
are.
shit, Ted. All right?
100%.
You're the second guy that's about to get fucking banned for your insanity.
I'm just saying.
Our mods are not taking control of the chat as they should be if that kind of horse shit is getting through.
Well, I mean, they're truth tellers.
Stop it.
Think about it. How many times have they been tag team champs on the main
Twice.
roster? And who did they lose the first one to?
I don't fucking know.
The fucking B team.
Well, okay, yeah.
And then who did they lose the second one to? Hawkins and Ryder.
Oh, yeah. That
Yeah, so, I
I try to purge those fucking losses
It was
from my
bad.
mind because they're ridiculous. Ziggler couldn't hold Storm's jockstrap. I don't know why we're... they must be talking about beer money or something like that from other before.
Yeah,
I hate
Beer Money
Otis because his whole
great.
gimmick is, oh, yeah, and a fat worm. What else do you need, MJ? What the fuck else are you looking for? That sounds like pure money to me. Thank you, Silky. Can I get a kill yourself?
Kill yourself. Of course. Always.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, so Otis even hits his worm, drops the elbow, goes for the pin, doesn't get it. And lo and behold, fucking Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode pin Heavy Machinery
I mean, I like the finish,
and
though.
win tag
gotta give
team
him that.
turmoil.
You got to give him that. That was a pretty good finish.
No, it wasn't a good finish.
It was a great finish. He super
It was a
kicked
terrible
Tucker.
finish.
He super kicked Tucker, and while Otis was holding Roode for the compactor, and then gave him the zigzag on the Tucker. So Tucker had him, and it was a great finish. It was.
I'd love to drink a cold one with Otis too, Alistair Fiend. But no, Silky, there's 7.
No, I mean,
I'm not even going to say 7 legitimate tag teams, but 7 actual tag teams. I mean, you got some turd tag teams in there, but at least they're legitimate tag teams. You took these 2 fucking guys and put them together at the last minute, and they beat the other 7 legitimate tag teams in the Raw division.
It's fucking embarrassing.
That's exactly what it is. It's fucking embarrassing.
I see where you're upset, right? Because you guys
And
lost.
at least you're acknowledging the fact that I'm up. Yeah, both my teams lost.
Yeah, I'm not too mad about either one of them, to tell you the truth. But, I mean, it was a good finish, so at least you got to give it that. It was a believable finish.
It was a believable finish, yes.
Yeah, so, and he gave fucking Tucker a mean wedgie too on that fucking mental note, if I ever wrestle Bobby Roode, don't take the glorious DDT.
Yeah, or jump.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
He's doing the Paul Titan choke slam wedgie.
I know.
So anyway, folks, long story short, it will be this is what a fucking embarrassment the WWE tag team division is. The Raw Tag Team Championship match at Clash of Champions is going to be your champions Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins taking on Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. What the fuck is that? Just where is it? Where is it? I can't even find it. Where is it? That's
What the fuck are you talking about?
That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all.
I mean, it's not a great match, but
it's a terrible match.
No match would have been good though. You think about it. Do you really want the Revival to go in there against Braun Strowman and the Universal Champion Seth Rollins
and fucking win?
They weren't going to win.
They were going to win.
They weren't going to win.
It's a more believable version of Enzo and Cass, says Captain Ron. Colorado represent. How about Viking Warlord experience dude jumping through the ropes? Yeah, well, he's going to do that.
Yeah,
Hanson does that shit. I like Raw trying to, like I said, Jody Mania, trying to improve themselves, still making dumbass choices. Strowman and Seth versus Ziggler and Roode sounds like some WWE 2K19 bullshit.
It does.
Do the Revival still have a title shot against New Day at Clash of Champions? You know, I missed I missed SmackDown Live last week, so I don't know. Maybe they do. But regardless, just a terrible idea. Anybody who didn't watch that and go,
what the fuck?
Is just crazy.
I mean, I was thoroughly entertained and happy the fact that, fucking Heavy Machinery didn't win.
Well, I know you
because, they're fucking terrible.
They're not.
I fucking hate them. I really do.
I like how you're all calmly talking in the mic, all Barry White like and shit.
I really do. I mean, I hope that they don't make.
You're just wrong on this one, Silky, and it's okay to be wrong sometimes. You were wrong about the fucking G1, which I correctly picked. Thank you very much. I did pick it, so I get to keep my music down.
No,
your Gringo Damas music coming through for you there.
No, because we never made a bet.
Yeah, well,
we made a bet on the one you didn't win.
Okay.
So, but that's neither here nor there. But back to Heavy Machinery. I hate them.
We've
I want the bad
this.
things to happen to them and only them. I hope that they don't go out because, Tucker gets, or Otis, mainly Otis, gets like horrible IBS and fucking dysentery and shit.
Oh my goodness. Otis looks like Bastion Booger fucked Becky Lynch's mom and made a bastard.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Oh, that's true. MJ is coming strong in the chat tonight. Unbelievable. 832-937-4559.
That's 832-93-SILKY.
If you want to get in on the phone lines here tonight. And the main event at Clash of Champions, as if this isn't enough of a clusterfuck with this tag team bit of shenanigans that's going on. Crazy tag team shenanigans. Shenanigans everywhere. Your main event is Seth Rollins versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title. So you have Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman as your tag team champions who are going to defend the tag team championships at Night of Champions and then later on fight each other for the Universal title.
I see what they're going for. I feel like it's a little much, but hey.
What are they going? Explain to me what they're going for. Because that didn't make a lick of fucking sense.
Because they're not a fucking tag team.
I get that. So they should have the fucking tag team titles in the first place.
That's neither here nor
it's right
there.
fucking there in the middle of the fucking show
neither
where they're
here.
defending the tag team championships.
It's neither here nor there. They're the tag team champions.
Where did you pick up that? All of a sudden, nothing is here nor there. Did you pick that? Have you just recently heard that phrase for the first time? Because
No,
you're using it all over the place.
I use it all the time.
On this program?
Not on this program, but in my everyday life.
Okay, then. Fair enough.
So, but what they're basically going for is that since they're not a real tag team, they're that tension. Like when you watch the week they won, it's like before going to the match, Braun Strowman was just staring at the fucking Universal title. It was planting that seed. You knew that's what he wanted. Of course, they're fucking wrestlers. They're professionals, right? So even if you don't like the person, you're going to go out there and try to win. How you not going to try to get the tag team titles, right? So that's what they did. They got the tag team titles, but that doesn't change the focus. They just want to say this is a first. Because, I mean, we've had like Shawn Michaels and John Cena and The Miz. You know, multiple people have been tag team champs.
I'm just not a fan of it. I think it's overdone. I think it's overplayed. It's just silliness.
I mean, I thought they were gonna muddle it up more by having. I honestly thought AJ he was gonna win.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, how do you have Night of Champions when
two
matches have
the whole
pretty much that's all your Raw matches?
Yeah, exactly. Heavy Machinery is my favorite tag team along with the Usos, says Lit Mantis. And the truth is that Otis would stretch most folks on that roster. Otis is a badass wrestler, like college wrestler and such.
No, he is. And like I say, there's nothing against his wrestling. I hate his fucking character.
I know.
And his face.
And his face. Has the main event of a pay-per-view ever been the I'm going to go piss and get a beer match? Because this may be it. WrestleMania this past year. What's the...
Yeah, who was the main event? Oh, I mean I thought it was a good match until the fucked up finish.
Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte.
That was decent. I mean, and I said it before in my Negro Damas that this match was never going to live up to the hype because they put too much hype behind it being the first women's match to main event Mania. There's just no possible way that match was going to live up to that hype, but it wasn't a bad match. It was a good match. Albeit kind of a fucked up finish.
Yeah, that's true. Remember when Braun flipped an ambulance and now he can't beat Becky Lynch's husband in a singles match? I love it how he refers to him as Becky Lynch's husband. So is that why neither were there? Yes, TLC, that is correct. I think Becky and Seth are off in Hawaii. Something. Braun's had more shots at the titles in the last 2 weeks than in the last 6 months. The last way longer than that. Braun was nowhere for a long time. And Litman just spitting the fucking knowledge here in the chat. Otis actually has a character and fans hate it. We bitch and moan about people not having characters. Otis is the big lovable goof and it's great.
That's
and you kill it.
No.
You kill it.
I hate his character.
And his face.
Not necessarily in that order. But
okay. Ted says we all know this is going to lead to Braun turning on Seth like Dean did. Am I the only one that thinks maybe, just maybe, and maybe it's just me hoping that it's the other way around? That Seth goes heel Seth? That'd be so great.
No, I think it's going to be, they're going to play this straight up, in my opinion. To where even let's just say they lose, right? It's not going to be like one walkout on the other. It's going to be because guess what? They're not a fucking team.
Yeah, well.
And so they are going to have some kind of miscommunications that'll cause Ziggler and Rude to win and get the tag team titles, which will just add more heat for them going into the
That's what
main
everybody's
event.
been saying. That's what everybody's been saying. But you don't think one's going to turn on the other?
I don't think so. I think they're going to just they're going to fuck up because they're not a fucking tag team.
No, that's talking about in the main event. In the main event, do you think one guy is going to go full on heel on the other guy?
I don't think so because of the fact that I think it's going to be one of those even killed. Like they're both going to be taking not risks, but they're both going to be taking liberties with one another because by this point, they've probably lost the tag team titles because they couldn't get on the same page for whatever reason. So now there's even more of that animosity. So I feel like they're both going to wrestle it more like a hard-nosed baby style where rules are going to go out the window and they're just going to fight.
Fair enough. Alistair Fiend wants to know, is it that you don't like... You all right? Oh, did you unplug yourself? Silky unplugged himself.
I don't know why you...
Alistair wants to know if you don't like Otis because he's fat.
He's fat! No, it's not because he's fat.
Are you body shaming him? Is that what you're doing here, Silky? We're not going to body shame Otis.
No, I was
on the
face
program.
shaming him. There's a difference.
You're face shaming him.
I'm face shaming him. I hate
Otis
his face.
is like those old school WWF wrestling buddy toys. Don't insult Captain Caveman like that.
Captain Caveman.
Seth is a weasel when he's a heel. Absolutely. That's what makes him great. Lit Mantis says, I'd take Otis with his gimmick over generic 5'8", kind of jacked but not really indie guy, number 3,564,901, with a name like Andy Bryanson. That's fucking perfect.
No,
5'8", kind of jacked but not really indie guy, number 3,500,000, with a name like Andy Bryanson.
I'd actually take that over Otis. Because,
Stop it! You would
again,
not.
I hate him.
Oh, goodness
and
gracious.
his face.
MJK is offending people like Amber in the chat.
Not necessarily in that order.
Are y'all ready for NXT to debut on USA Network? Are y'all going to watch it? Definitely going to watch it.
Of course.
I'm over people complaining about how Vince McMahon's going to ruin NXT because it's moving to the network. Like, just fucking shut up and watch the show and see what happens.
Yep.
Just stop crying about it.
Are you even old enough to know who Captain Caveman is? We damn sure know Chris is old enough.
Out comes Natalya to take on Sasha Banks.
It's boss time.
I like how folks overseas say Sasha. I was watching the Brainbuster Radio marathon, and they were doing some fundraising over the weekend, and the last guy on was... It's just something about how Brits say Sasha. I like it. Sasha Banks, boss time. Yeah, even Michael Cole sounded blah about saying boss time. Hey, guys, it's boss time. Like the second time, he just kind of half-assed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sasha Banks gets the win via tap-out with the bank statement. And then we get Cedric Alexander versus Cesaro, which we talked about that earlier. You got Cedric Alexander getting himself a nice win. And your main event of the evening was AJ Styles taking on Braun Strowman. And again, I was kind of with Silky. I thought Braun Strowman might actually win this thing and win the U.S. title. Kind of a shitty finish for this one as well. Everyone was banned from ringside. Referee gets knocked out. Out come the OC. Out comes a chair, and Braun basically fights off the OC with a chair. Doesn't hit AJ Styles with the chair, mind you, but hits the other guys.
It's like almost a Eddie Guerrero-esque finish without the comedy. Just the comedy of follies, I guess you could say.
Which was awesome. And so the ref wakes up, sees Braun in the ring with a chair, standing over AJ Styles. Braun's like, I didn't touch him with the chair. I was hitting these other jabronis. The ref says, I heard it. I know you hit him. Ref rings the bell and disqualifies Braun Strowman for hitting AJ Styles with a chair, even though he didn't hit him with a chair. So Braun proceeds to
hit him with the chair.
And that was your finish. So anyway.
Yeah. So let's go to All Out.
Let's go to All Out, folks. We got All Out coming up this weekend. And Silky Baines will not be with us here on Saturday. He won't be with us here on Saturday because I won't be here on Saturday, but he won't be with us here on Wednesday. So let's get your takes on All Out here, Silky. First of all, the big news over the weekend that Jon Moxley will not be competing in All Out due to an elbow injury, and therefore will not be facing Kenny Omega in All Out. And his replacement, which has me very excited because I've been waiting to see this guy again, would be formerly known as Neville in the WWE.
The
Pac,
bastard.
The bastard Pac will now take on Kenny Omega.
That's going to be good.
I think that's going to be great. Let's just go through the matchups here. So on the buy-in, which I can tell you right now you're going to want to skip because the buy-ins are shit.
Yeah,
They've been shit up to this point. There's no reason to think that it's going to be anything different. Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans.
Angelico.
Sorry. It's going to be ridiculous.
Now that's going to be a good match.
There's going to be a lot of flying around and shit that doesn't make a lot of sense, but that'll do it. You've also got the Women's Casino Battle Royale. We'll go through everybody that's in that one just to pick a winner here before too much longer. You get to the main card. You've got Riho taking on Hikaru Shida, which I remember Riho from the previous shows. I don't know Hikaru Shida, but okay. Mm-hmm. Two little small Asian girls fighting each other.
Racist.
It's not. I didn't refer to them as Eases. One of the Eases, as Silky has referred to it in the past.
They are one of them.
I think this match is going to be a turd. Joey Janela versus Jimmy Havoc versus Darby Allin.
Yep.
And apparently it's just a straight-up match. There's no gimmicks or anything else, which I think those three guys, maybe not so much Darby Allin, but definitely Jimmy Havoc and Joey Janela, are pretty much fucking useless when they don't have some kind of gimmick going on. So I don't give a shit about this match. Best Friends versus the Dark Order, and the winner gets a bye in the Tag Team Championship Tournament.
I'm a little lost because didn't they already have a match for a bye?
Yeah, they did. So
and didn't the Dark Order win that match?
I thought they did too, but okay.
Okay.
Cody taking on Sean Spears.
So let's just summarize this. You're watching this show for the last 3 matches.
Pretty much. You've got
Cody versus Sean Spears is going to be match of the night.
Okay, Silky going out on a limb. Cody versus Sean Spears, match of the night. Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard in his corner. Then you've got the AAA Tag Team Championships. We've seen this match 80 bajillion times. The Young Bucks taking on the Lucha Brothers. I guess if that's your thing, that's great. But I don't know what these guys can show us that we haven't seen already. This is a ladder match, so
a ladder.
Maybe that's it. Kenny Omega taking on Pac, which I think is going to be match of the night. Yeah. I think that'll be outstanding. And then the big one, the AEW World Championship. They will crown their first ever world champion as Adam Hangman Page takes on Chris Jericho in the main event. So, Silky Baines, are you sticking with Cody versus Sean Spears as your match of the night?
100%.
Think so?
Yeah. Like, not even close.
I think it's going to be a delightfully old school match.
Yeah, I think.
Which is going to be great.
Yeah, that's what's going to make it the best.
You know the bullshit matches that get "This is wrestling" chants? Like fucking Joey Ryan matches and stuff like that, and people are chanting, "This is wrestling." People ought to be chanting that shit for Cody versus Sean Spears.
I mean, just going off track record of AEW, every show, Cody's had the best, or even when it wasn't like a best match, but like the most memorable thing. You remember, like, you may not remember shit that happened at
when he fought Darby Allin.
No, just the first. What was the first?
First All In, and then they had what the fuck was it? The
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing. There you go.
So you may not remember shit from Double or Nothing, but you remember Cody versus Dustin.
Yeah, for sure.
You may not remember shit from Fight for the Fallen, but you remember
Sean Spears.
Or
was that the tag team match? Was that Cody and Dustin?
Yeah. This.
And then Cody getting hit over the head with the chair.
Yeah. You remember everything Cody's done. Yeah. Like, I couldn't tell you who fucking Kenny Omega fought 2 shows ago, but I could tell you all the people Cody's fought.
Yeah.
So.
Joey Janela fucking stinks, says Lit Mantis. I actually watched the Fight for the Fallen. I was so annoyed. I remember that, Lit Mantis. I was following you on Twitter that night. That was very funny. MJ says, to be honest, I love Tully coming back to manage and be back in the business. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Expect a fuck the revival sign in Chicago. Wouldn't be surprised at all. Captain Ron Phoenix really about to cripple himself only to lose to the goddamn Young Bucks for the 10th time.
Yeah.
Cody is good. Tells great stories for sure. That's because Cody gets it, says Lit Mantis, and needs to run the company's creative by himself without those 2 dipshit brothers. And the Young Bucks have done some dumb shit already, talking about the fucking gimmick chair and just, you know, my thoughts on the Young Bucks. I'm not a huge fan. Very entertaining, very athletic guys. I just think they're kind of douchey. It's not my cup of tea, but you know, that's fine. Yeah. All right, I'm sticking with Kenny Omega and Pac for match of the night, probably just for personal reasons because I happen to love the shit out of Pac.
But I feel like this match is going to be like another Kenny Omega match, which don't get me wrong, he has phenomenal matches, but it's going to be finish, kick out, finish, kick out, finish, kick out. Like, there's a way to do it where it'll mean something. Like, I feel like they're probably like, I wouldn't be surprised if Sean Spears doesn't kick out of if he kicks out of the Crossroads. But I bet you in that story, it's going to seem a lot more epic than hitting all these big moves that Omega and Pac are finna do and them kicking out.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm just excited to see Pac again. I love that guy. I love Neville in the WWE. I wish he never got injured just before WrestleMania when he was supposed to be in that ladder match. That'll be my ultimate what if with that guy because I think he would have been great. Nick Jackson is a star, needs to become a singles wrestler, says Ted. Let's go through some quick picks here, Silky. So in the buy-in, Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans. I have no fucking idea. I'm just going to say Private Party.
Private Party.
Isn't that the former Super Smash Brothers or some shit like that?
That's Dark Order.
Oh, Dark Order, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the Women's Casino Battle Royale. The winner, receives a shot at the inaugural women's title. And here are the confirmed entrants so far. Dr. Britt Baker, Jazz, Sadie Gibbs, Teal Piper, Big Swole, Ariel Monroe, Brandy fucking Rhodes, Nyla Rose, Ali, Yuka Sakazaki, and Ivelisse. So among those, Silky Banes, do you have a favorite? I'm going with the Dr. Britt Baker.
I think so. I think it's going to be Britt Baker because, I mean, that's the only one that's actually seen like she's going to get a push for the women.
Do you think they put Brandy Rhodes in this? Do you think they actually give Brandy Rhodes a shot?
No.
Okay.
100% I don't think that.
I hope not, too.
Yeah, no, I don't think
that's Amber Goff beat us to it. I hope they don't let Brandy Rhodes win it.
No,
Boo,
I wouldn't.
Brandy Rhodes, says Alice.
I wouldn't be surprised if she makes it like she's one of the last ones just to get more face pop for Britt Baker to win it. But, I mean, other than that, I know Jazz.
Jazz might be a sleeper there.
Yeah. Nyla Rose, Allie.
They fucked up Nyla Rose already.
They fucked her up.
What the fuck they're doing with her.
Ariel Monroe, that's Cedric Alexander's wife.
Oh, right on. Did not know that.
She was in the Mae Young.
Okay.
Mae Young Classic.
Right on. Do you guys think it's dumb a champion is being crowned via Battle Royal? Well, it's not the champion.
No, it's not.
They get a shot at the championship.
Yeah, it's just basically a way to qualify for.
Exactly. Just
like Hangman Page got his shot in the world title match by winning the Battle Royal.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Riho versus Hikaru Shida. I'm going to go with Riho just because I've seen her before.
Yeah.
And I think she was the one that won the triple threat match with Nyla Rose and the other Asian girl who might have been Hikaru Shida, but...
Because they all look alike?
Best Friends versus the Dark Order. I'm going Dark Order just because I don't really like the Best Friends so much. Although it's not that I don't like the Best Friends. I think that fucking Beretta needs to go out and go solo.
Yeah.
Why is he wasting his time with Chucky T? I like Trent Beretta. I think Trent Beretta's a badass.
Yeah.
I think he could be really good.
I think Dark Order, just because, I mean, I like them. No, they weren't in that one to get a bye. But I saw them, the last I saw them was on the Fight for the Fallen when.
Did they show up after the match where the winner got the bye?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, so I like for Fight for the Fallen, they fought the Jungle Boy and
Luchasaurus.
And then there was another tag team in there, wasn't it? It's like a triple threat.
Yeah, I don't remember who the other one was.
Yeah. Anyway.
Is Britt Baker going to get those Japanese girls confused again and tag her opponent in? That was I felt so bad for her. That was pretty embarrassing. Then we've got Cody versus Shawn Spears. I got Cody.
I got Shawn Spears.
Oh, nice. AAA Tag Team Championship, Lucha Brothers versus the Young Bucks. It's in America, so I'm going Young Bucks.
I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't really either. And Kenny Omega versus Pac.
I say Omega.
I'm going with my boy Pac just because that's a straight from the heart pick. That's all that is.
Yeah. I think Omega.
We'll see. Speez, don't go all Japs look alike because we don't especially they are fat like me. I see. Jim Cornette says Dark Order is a popcorn fart. He did say that as a matter of fact. And your first ever AEW World Champion, will it be Chris Jericho or Adam Hangman Page?
Hangman Page.
It will be Adam Hangman Page.
I called
agree
that
with you.
from the jump. I just want to throw that out there.
Yes, we're always pleased when you throw that out there and pat yourself on the back for your picks.
Yeah, that was a good one.
How nice was it, folks, to have the benchmark Silky Baines back in the house for the program here tonight. Thank you, Silky. Good to have you here.
It was great to be back.
And I will be back here on Wednesday with another special guest host here on the program, so make sure to join us then. Shout out to all of you guys for dropping in this evening.
That since you're not telling us who it is that you don't know yet?
The person I have asked is checking his schedule, and he will get back to me. Lit Mantis, Get the Tables, Alistair Fiend, Captain Ron, Juanito, and Bill. Thank you all very much for the bits. And shout out to Juanito for re-upping with that sub. Once again, if you're not subbed to the channel, you can do so for as little as $4.99 a month. Or if you are an Amazon Prime subscriber, you can subscribe to the channel for free. So consider doing that if you would. And
that's a good question.
Let's get this last question in here. Silky, what are your thoughts on wrestlers calling themselves performance artists?
I mean, to each his own. There is entertainment in there. I don't call myself a performance artist, but I mean, I listened to the Jim Cornette. You heard that one?
I did. Hold on.
It was awesome having Silky back.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Jody Mania, thank you for the bits.
But
it's awesome having you back, Jody Mania. Good to see you again.
I think that I wouldn't personally call it, but I wouldn't go as far as Cornette did.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, because I mean,
some guy
I've
said
seen
it. Some
Jordan
guys
Grace from the beginning.
Yeah,
and she's a great performer.
She's very good. She's very good.
Butterface.
Some guy said on Twitter earlier today, it was a wrestler, I can't remember who it was. He says, look, fellas, are you going to go up and introduce yourself to a chick at a bar and say, I'm a performance artist or I'm a professional wrestler?
Yeah, I mean.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
Well, I mean, you got to think that's probably poor choice of words if you're a female too. Cause
that's true.
I'm thinking stripper. No,
that's
I'm a performance artist. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. All right, folks, once again, back here Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central Time. Silky, good to have you back. It's like riding a bike when we get the chairs together here. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But we just go on and do our thing. We appreciate all of you guys being with us, and we look forward to seeing you Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Central, 10 o'clock for those of you on the East Coast, right here on the Speez and the Benchmark show. So for the Benchmark, Silky Baines.
Yo.
Chris Bezak, thanks so much for being with us. We'll see you on Wednesday night. Have a good one, everybody.
Fuck the revival.
Good night from Houston, Texas. God damn it.
Kill yourself.